Hello and welcome to Kingdoms and Castles. I am currently playing the Dragons update. Where's my music volume? There it goes, down it goes. Go. Okay. And, well, as you can see, I've already done a bit. I'm on a bigger map because I have a custom map making thing. Well, not really. I can change the size. Um, and I've already done this much. I'm not actually as far as I've usually gone, but decided to get a really big map, get up to this point where I have, I think, 5 dragons. Four, five, a number. Um, and well, these guys aren't in themselves expensive. Um, I had four, or I had five a few minutes ago, but I think we had an accident. And these are the dragons. I got How to Train Your Dragon going. Right. As you can see, I think I'm on a harder difficulty. I mean, I could probably change the difficulty to something even harder, but yeah. Oh boy. Okay, right. So right now I'm trying to just gain land, Attack on Titan style in a sense. I realized I was building like this. I don't know why I was, but I've kind of started making like little sectors to claim land. It's because I kind of get a fairly large amount of Vikings coming in every so often. Not that I'm upset about my dragons getting a kill count higher than most militaries, but well, what they do is whenever Viking, they don't really go after dragons, which I understand makes actually a fair amount of sense. Um, but yeah, as you can see, they zip over there, then they zip over there, burn them all to hell, and then right on back. Um, and then they get all healed up by these two doctors that I have. But yeah, you can kind of have an infinite amount of dragons, I suspect. It's kind of cool, actually. We got the great Steve and the great Steph over here, and then we have Cinder and Flare, which I actually kind of like those names. So I'm keeping them. Right. Well, right. Also, as you can see, I have a boatload of fishmongers because these guys like their fish, and well, I need fish. They also need a bit of pork, so I might actually add some butchers over here to just like get some pork from the good old swine farms over here. Yeah, see, as you can see, they don't really go for dragons, so I have these ballistas. Also, that's another thing. The dragons tend to favor going over here. Probably because there's dragons over here. But that does mean I don't really think that's an actual like statistic. I think that's just they like going over here because this is where my people are, and they usually come from that direction. I'm gonna add 4 ballista towers. Ballista towers, in my experience, are not as good as archer towers. Archer towers just have a higher DPS. When you look at it, 60 for um these guys have like 106, and then these guys don't have nearly as much as that. Are these guys okay? Are they not like? Yeah, so these guys do theoretically have a higher DPS. But in my experience, it's mostly burst damage of just like, bam, you're dead. Also, archer towers seem to have just the same amount of range, which is weird to me. Like, you just build these higher, you can get the same range as a ballista, which is kind of funny, actually. Yeah, I really like this dragon update. It makes a lot of sense. You spend gold to lure dragons into a false sense of security, and then you enslave them. It's not actually how it goes, but comedy. Right, my next goal is to get either over here or encase this area for fish. Also, I do have a mod that makes everything shallow. Um, just because it's Did one of my dragons have an accident? Is that what happened? That's another thing. They sometimes accidentally catch things on fire, which also makes a lot of sense. I don't know if that's like intentional, but if it's not, I kind of feel like they should keep it. Not that they're ever going to watch this one. My channel is way too small for them to give a crap. Yeah. Also, I have another mod that just makes all the services is everywhere because it's easier that way, in my humble opinion. Right, I'm gonna research ballista stuff. Just because if these do a lot more damage, that would be great. I don't know why they didn't shoot, probably because they can't. They have a too slow fire rate. That's also another reason why I feel like these bad boys are better than the archery towers. Also, you've probably noticed I have a style of which I do my walls, a 2 thickness, which is very much on purpose. Because if you have it too thick, you get to have 2 layers of dudes, which is honestly kind of a bit better, just in general. That's only in one spot, I'll fill that in. Okay, right. My kingdom is fairly defended, though I think I have a little bit of a weak spot right here. So, yeah, I will do that. I'm gonna actually spend the time to raise the walls that I already have. Just because it'll probably be better in the long run to do that. Just in future. Because 1, it gives them more range. And 2, I never realized I had that blocked off, which actually kind of explains a lot. Also, yes, castle gates do actually kind of work. They do go down when things are attacking, and when things are attacking, they can't go through them. Which is also why I have double of those, leading into every sector. Because shockingly, colonists, or whatever you want to call these people, villagers, I guess, cannot go through walls. Who would have thought? I'm also going to have to make more masons. So I'll put like 4 of them here. Maybe I should have like a few blacksmiths over here just for like the obvious necessity of just stuff. Oh, well, this one tried to attack over here. Oh yeah, this was a 3rd sector I was building up. Yeah, this is where I'm planning to have my official trade area. Which reminds me, I probably should make a dock over here. Yeah. Maybe I should, like, add more income capacity. That's also something else I should probably start making is a large treasury chunk. But honestly, you don't really need more than what I have now. It's just kind of safer, I guess. Yeah, I'm actually doing really good on food. And that's also another thing. I have productivity mod. The mod that allows you to make things more productive. Because honestly, once you get to a certain size, your production just will never be enough. So it's always kind of handy to just have the ability to just go, I'm going to crank this up to 11. So yes, this is not a vanilla playthrough, nor am I in a beta. The Dragon update is out. And I, a lonely microscopic YouTuber, approve of this update because Kingdoms and Castles is probably one of my favorite pastime games to just play when I have nothing better to do. Which, if this does get a good chunk of views, which, given it's about the Dragon update, it will, I will probably start making a series on this world in particular. Because this world is definitely going to last a while. What's going on? Oh. People getting their asses handed to them. I am fine with that. Right. Okay, right. Before I produce any more of that, I need to get another residential area going, which I might make this area residential. It would make sense to do so, so I'm going to. I'll probably build out to here. Yeah, they really do seem to just favor this area in particular. It's weird. I think it is just because it's a dragon area. It's actually really smart. Because when you think about it, a dragon would definitely have problems with another dragon living in their area. So, or whenever they see one, more accurately speaking. But yeah, also, yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Input, stone gate, stone gate. I also have a speeding up mod. This is usually the speed that you play at. No, I've never found a witch hut yet. Though I'm pretty sure she's somewhere on the other edge of the island, probably over there somewhere. Or probably on this coastline over here. Which, honestly, finding the witch hut is not really my concern. Yeah, there it is. No, wait, no, that's an iron mine. Ah, there she is. Now, if you're ever wondering where your witch hut is, it's probably along one of the coastlines in a dense area of tree. It's usually the case. Um, wow. It's kind of unfortunate. Right, you guys have storage. I'm gonna need you to have 0, 0, 0. And we'll have you at 200. And then the rest can be up and running. Is this having tools, I guess, is probably the best option here. That's something I wish you could have was like, is like a food storage area. Oh. Yep, that's what they do. Just burn them all to hell. Maybe I should have another Dragon Doctor. Yeah, I'm going to do that just because I feel like it might actually be beneficial to have a third one. Even though, technically speaking, these do 2 at a time, I want enough to do 3. Just because I am going to have 6 at some point. I have 5 right now. Oh, well. I should probably also get another one of these going. Hmm. I mean, doesn't matter. I mean, these guys are all really happy, so... I could take out a few of these fishmongers to do it. Because this should cover both of these. Just need to get the water thing over here. Though, I should also probably do that. Right, I need another Nora. Which, considering where I'm going to be building, I can start adding more. Now I do know there are a lot easier ways of doing this. Making a Nora chunk with moats. With these. But it's not really a problem. You don't usually need that many. If you do, then congratulations. It's actually a pretty decent thing. Is this a straight up not connected? Like, did I somehow disconnect this? I don't really know how that worked. I didn't know that's how that worked, but yeah, these guys should be a lot healthier now. Also, having these guys just pretty much defends you completely. At least from Vikings, they don't attack dragons. See? Oh wait, no, these are blacksmiths. Actually, I just realized what's going on there. But yeah, these guys are well fed. They're all treated happily. Sort of. I feel like these guys should be going to this. Yeah, they are. Right. I don't really need this thing in the center here. It's just taking up a spot I could have for an orchard. Which I don't really need orchards, but weirdly it's fish and pork that people are hungry for, even though that's ironically sort of what I'm mass making. Okay, anyways. Let me just get a road going out to here. Right. First things first, I'll mark it just so that, the people don't starve. How much am I actually making? Actually, not that much. Alright, another 20, 20, 20. This is a particular system I like using, because it seems to be the most effective when it comes down to it. Is it the most effective? Does it work? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Is it efficient? I don't know. But it works for what I use it for. Alright, we'll probably be wanting another hospital soon. So I'll put that in the next square here. Oh, this is just too perfect. I really should just put a bathhouse here. Just plop that right there. Kind of no point to do so, but bang. Now, some of you may be wondering, why do I like this game? Well, just relaxing. Well, it can be relaxing. Is it usually relaxing? Sort of, but it's not my problem. Okay, right. What I want to do is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, which will have 300. 300. Then we'll have 0, 0, 0. Just so that this is done right. Why is my phone going off? My phone's trying to torture me. It's fine. Right. So right now I have 500. I kind of want that to be a lot higher, so I'm going to complete this little residential-ish area that I've just started manufacturing. Now, something I want to do is this. I'm going to make a little sea gate here. No real reason to do this, other than I kind of can. There's really no reason to do this. But it does help me kind of complete walls over gaps, which is nice. And also it serves a function, because if I want to eventually, I can... Well, this is a cutoff area, but it kind of looks nice, actually. Also, it might open me up to doing transporting from one point to another through this little sea gate. Though right now it's mostly decorational. Yeah. It's kind of its only point is to be decorational. Not really sad about it, just the cold hard truth. This makes it so that it's not like, oh, yep, this is solid brick. Right, I should probably be... Well, no, I have this area, because this is going to encase this area. Probably from this point to this point. And then we'll probably have like another residential, like a heavy like residential area along here. Maybe a big farming area up here. That's kind of what this is for. Though I don't really know if I'm actually going to be really using it like that, but it's certainly going to get used. Now, what I could do is just not have this center wall here. Just gonna have this just be one massive area. Because it makes a little bit more sense to have it that way and just have like the dragon area cut off. Because it's kind of like a military district in Irony. Yeah, I'm gonna plop houses down here. It's not really gonna help much, but... Oh hey, I'm making upwards of 1,000 now. Well, no. I clicked on the wrong tab. Oops. Right. I'm gonna do this. And I will put this here. Actually, technically I could have this as a bridge, because I think I can put Noras on bridges, right? Yes, I think I can. If that's the case, I am completely unaware. No. Okay, right. I will have to have one of these here. Yeah, I'm going to want a large reservoir. Smack it right there. It will increase the food output a bit. Though I don't really know if that affects the actual swine herds or anything. Also doing this means it'll add to the plumbing. Which is ironic, but true. And it's weirdly fruit that I'm having a lot of trouble with. But ironically, it's also not the same case. Because it's just that, like, fruit's not just everywhere. I'll have a storage there. Oh, merchants arrived. Hello. What are you selling? You're selling fish and fruit. I mean, I'll take them. There we are. You are free to go. Any special items? No. That reminds me, I should probably, I'm gonna do this one first. The cells I don't really need, not really important. Up here, the dragons go, brutally murdering everything. Wait, did I run out of children again? Oh, I can only have two things of children. Okay. Honestly, I could put down a third roost. I don't really have the logistical space for it. Unless if I just tear down this wall and move it up. I think I will do that. It leaves me a little bit vulnerable, but it will eventually help in the long run of me being able to, have more dragons. I'll put a roost here, and another one kind of here. And then I'll put the needed necessities here and here, along with one and two. And then I need piers. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Now you're probably already noticing that whenever I place more than like 3 things at once, it kind of hitches. That is because of the map size. Right. Okay. Now I'm actually probably going to take out a wall here and put a stone gate here and here. I'll probably actually put another one up here, maybe. It's actually online with that. Nice. And that's right, keep going for the one area that is most offended. The only reason why they're going for this is because of that. Though, it's not all the time that they go for them. And they're definitely not going to do it now. This is probably going to tank my income a little bit. Not really. You'd be surprised what you can have if your people are at maximum happiness. Now, I'm assuming if I have these, then whenever they have children, they'll go to these. Which is exactly what I'm going to assume and hope for. Right. Actually, I am probably going to need these corners done. Just so that... Yeah. Okay, right. Where I am going to need more of these done. Right. I actually know where I can fit another one of these dragon doctors. Boop. Because the more of them I have, the more I can keep these guys tip-top. And tippity-toppity shit. I'm assuming this is how this works, is if these guys end up making a child, which they probably might. And by probably might, I mean they will. It will kind of in turn kind of make me more dragons without me having to spend any more gold, which will actually be kind of nice. Okay. So some of these are receiving irrigation, which blasts their production way into the sky. I'm going to be putting a few of those down, and... Oh, I'm actually out of wood. Huh. I'm a little forester dude, ain't cutting it. I need another one. Should be fairly simple to do. I think I have a spot somewhere around here and I can put one. Yeah, I could put one here. It's not going to hurt anything to have them there. I am probably going to want to cut this area off a little bit. Just to make sure he's not creating any super pockets. Yeah, he'll make some trees. Right. Now, the reason why I wanted to do this here is mostly so I could do this, then make a few bridges out here. Then add more fishing huts. I'm also going to need one up here, so I can add another bridge all the way up to there as well. There we go. And then stone road. Stone road. Oh no, the Vikings are invading. Whatever, what would you... They're dead now. Honestly, I wonder if it wouldn't hurt just to, like, make dragons. Just to spend 1,000 gold to get more. Because I'm kind of relying on these guys making dragons that live long enough, and I don't think that's going to happen. So I'll actually add 2. Not really, yeah, you know what, I think that's actually how that works. I don't know if the dragon thing actually does anything. I wonder what the baby dragons do. Because now thinking about it, they don't really do anything. They just kind of exist and vanish. I have no idea. Now, this is my map. As you can see, pretty big. Yeah, oh, here comes dragons. Oh, nope, nope, they decided to take place. Oh. Wow. Okay. I'm actually gonna need a lot more ballistas, so I'm actually gonna make a few. And I think I'm gonna start raising up all of the walls just to get them all up to snuff. And so we now have 4 completely encased areas. I don't really know if the dragons seem a little bit like it's gonna be a little bit weird that I'm saying this, but they seem kind of underpowered to me. They're a damn dragon. they're literally like 1,000 pounds of flaming muscle or whatever that quote is from that How to Train Your Dragon show, Race to the Edge or whatever. It's actually a good show, good story. I like it. Yeah, when you think about it, it's like these dragons should really be like a little bit more useful. I mean, just having 6 of the damn things obliterates any form of Viking retaliation, but so I can't really complain too much. They're still extremely good. I am probably going to be ending this episode in a bit. Yeah, here we go. Also, another thing is the more walls you have stacked on top of each other, the stronger they are. Um, heh. Alright, put these down. Put these down. Yeah. How's our income doing? Actually, it's a bit weak right now. Kind of would like it to be a bit better. No, I'm only really doing this in the inevitable event that all my dragons get killed. That's kind of why I'm making this in layers. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up doing this. I'm gonna finish up this wall. Do I really need this little corner here? I don't really feel like I do. Just these 2 little outcrops. Just kind of takes up space, doesn't it? I could just use for literally anything else. Okay, right. Yeah, these are getting irrigation. Okay, right. Probably will need this. Not legitimately, but doesn't hurt to have that. The defense. Because also the higher an archery tower, the more range it receives. Which, that is a mechanic everybody knows at this point. Also, I appreciate that you're able to put Noras inside of walls. I do think you have to build the walls first. Which I also understand. Like, you have to build the Nora first. In most cases. Which kind of makes sense, like, realistically speaking, though I don't really think that's the intended reason for it. Okay, well, that is most of the wall raised up. Now we just have to raise this part up, tower it up, and bam, we have, what we need. Oh boy. Well, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.